Your brothers and sisters await you to be the one who recognizes there is no purpose to time save the healing of mankind. It's time to give up seeking, to heal your wounds, for if you would well receive it, from this moment it is finished. But it is not finished for your brothers and sisters who need you. It is time now to recognize that you no longer need to seek for answers, to find an understanding of what has occurred in the past. The past is gone. You are here for the purpose for which you were birthed in the holy mind of God. You are here because you chose many, many lifetimes ago to use that language, to take on a sense of the world, to join with those masters who have awakened, to find out what it means to embody Christ. You are here, and the time is now at hand. To be that one who joyously utilizes every moment. To breathe that light and that love into the heart and the soul of every human soul upon this planet. By remembering that your very bodies hold all beings in the very nucleus of the cells in the form given unto you, and thus to give yourself over to the breathing of that light, to transmit that light, that frequency, that joy. How do you do that? Well, it's quite complicated. You merely choose. This is how we would ask you to do this. Anytime you want, just pause and ask yourself, as the risen Christ, what divine frequency would I love to transmit to humanity? That's it. You will know immediately. Some of you already do this, but all of you will be coming to see these frequencies. For every frequency of energy has its own color, its own quality to it. Magnetus and blues, violets and oranges and reds, and all the rest, subtle nuances thereof. For thought and love, for frequency, is energy itself. As you ask this simple question, you will see it immediately. It may come as a word, faith. Have you seen the frequency of faith? Simply begin to make your home in the breathing and simply allow the frequency of faith into every cell of your being. As you do what you are calling the exhalation, see that frequency of faith flowing forth into every cell of your being and through the nucleus of the cells of your body, entering into the matrix, the same matrix from which the body is emerging, that makes up all human beings. Simple, isn't it? It is time for you to simply rest in the heart of your being, in your truth, in your knowingness, and to know that the past has passed away. This is why I've come. Tonight is what you've been waiting for. It is simply time for you to take up your rightful place. It is time for all of you to honor each other by doing this often in remembrance of the truth, of the oneness you are. Though your bodies will be separate in space and time, in fact, we would remind you that try as you might, you never have been able to get two bodies to occupy the same space. Laughter. Well, we do recognize the great enjoyment that you have trying. Laughter. Someone in the audience says, I give up. Never give up. Okay. There's nothing wrong with grappling about with the body with what you call, this is an odd phrase you have, the love making. When I get together, I make love. You cannot make love, you can only allow it. Therefore, when you choose to join bodies together in great celebration and pray in love, simply begin by remembering the truth that is true always, that the one before you, the one that you would celebrate, belongs to the Father, is that light, is that sun, is that truth, is that radiance of love and you are there to celebrate their heart and soul. By surrendering the body that you have to become that which delights them, that which pleasures them, that which holds, that which you can kiss the sun, that which you call the praying love, is still rather good use of the bodies. Now, you are well past the need to try to use the body to get love from another body. Have you ever noticed that it doesn't work? But you are there. Let your lovemaking become divine. First with your lovers, your spouses, and friends, be they 1 or 50. Well, that flies in the face of the conventionalism, doesn't it? Let every breath and every touch be a giving of light by doing just what they ask you to do. What frequency would I give my lover? Breathe it into your being, and let out breath radiate. Let your breath radiate from the cells of the nucleus of your cells of your body, and let it penetrate into the subtle matrix from which their bodies are arising. Let that frequency and light pervade their being and become a great giver of light and love. Now, do it with flowers. Do it with birds. This may sound odd to you, but when was the last time you prayed love with a building? Does that thought seem surprising to you? What is a building but consciousness? Is it not an outpicturing of what consciousness would wish to see? Is there a molecule somewhere in creation that is not worthy of the light of love? Try it. Tonight when you go to your rooms, hold the image of what you call the Corridon Hall. It seems to have more than one hall. I don't know why they don't call it Corridon Halls. We find great humor with your language. Sit in your room and feel the walls. Do you know that they carry the vibration of everyone that has ever been in those rooms? That can be quite a weight. Help the walls heal. Why not? You are surrounded by your beautiful Mother Earth, trees here around the place that you have chosen together. Oh, do you have any idea of the role trees play in the maintaining of a frequency of balance in the energetic field? I'm not speaking just of sunlight and earth and water and all the rest. They absorb frequencies and transmute frequencies. When was the last time you loved a tree? Then that would light through you. So you see, from this hour, you no longer have time to waste on trying to heal. Now is the time come to seize time, to be the light givers. There is no one in this room who does not know intimately and fully every subtle nuance of the pain of separation, guilt, doubt, fear, and all the rest. Do these things sound familiar to you? You know them inside and out. Once again, we would share with you, you came to know them inside and out because of your compassion, your willingness to join with us to come to this particular dimension of creation, of which there are an infinite number, to heal, to transfigure the dream of separation into the reality of heaven on earth. That is why you are here. Will you allow this great turning to complete itself in you? You see, though you have come to us many times as great masters, some of you have come to us so many times that we have lost count, asking us to heal you. Well, going along with your own plan, we said, okay, and we emanated the frequencies of light and healing and questions and all the rest to you, waiting patiently for you to recognize that the very reason you were doing that was so that you could understand the need to seek healing outside oneself and at the subtle nuances of the exchange of energy is between you as the seeker and the one who is providing the frequencies. all the subtle nuances involved, and the most important thing of all is that no one heals another. I have never healed anyone. I have emanated the light of God to many, but you have needed to understand the mechanisms of receiving, the willingness to allow the light to penetrate your being. Does this make sense to you? For many will be sent to you who will not yet understand that they are the source of all power under heaven and earth. They will ask you to transmit the frequency of light to them. So just do it and wait for them to awaken to the truth, to finally seize my God. Joshua can come and stand in my midst and emanate the perfect light of God, but he is powerless if I do not offer my willingness to be penetrated. This is always true, because if it were not true, it would mean that you were not a sovereign being. It would mean that I could override your desire. No one can override the desire of what God has created and given freedom to dream the dream they wish to dream. No one can override that. We can simply demonstrate that you might want to consider a new choice. We can emanate the frequencies of light and joy and celebration and peace and extraordinary play, the frequencies of the universe, so hopefully it will get your attention. But you and you alone now know that nothing changes until you want it to change. Therefore, beloved friends, to allow this great turning to complete itself, you will require that you want it to, that you feel the desire of it constantly, that you play the frequencies of extending the light by breathing it into you as we described, seeing it, feeling it, enter into the subtle matrix of all of humanity. Rest assured, all you need do is sit in your coffee shop, wherever you wish to be, and simply begin that process and just ask if you want to ask us. We'll be there to help you. Germaine, you're my brother, my friend, my teacher. You're the one I resonate with. Mary doesn't matter who it is. We don't get jealous. We don't keep count. Well, okay, Germaine and I do keep count. He likes to remind me that he's winning. I let him believe what he wants. We had fun. Rest assured, if you call on us, you're free to do that. Germaine, Jeshua, Mary, who would you bring before me right now? And that fact, I lost my place. And that fact, someone will come. They may be someone who appears to you and right away go. Wait a minute, what are they wearing? What they are wearing went out of style 6,000 years ago. It's because an aspect of their soul has been stuck there. There is something unhealed, incomplete, of that time frame, of that lifetime. That's why you'll see them as they appear to you. That's literally the time frame of who or what they were when something got glitched. The wire got snapped, so let it come. Which means, by the way, some will be sent to you and you won't recognize what they are wearing because it hasn't shown up yet on the planet. Healing is not just of the past, so when they are sent unto you, just let them come. You'll see them immediately and just again ask, what frequency would I most desire to send to this beautiful soul? Because you see, if you ask that question, you are Christ. You, as Christ, cannot help but automatically desire the one frequency they most need. Does that make sense to you?